Good afternoon, this is Paul. I've got a little car today with a very large character. Um, it's the reminiscent of a car that I used to love when I was a lot younger. The car I have behind me is a 2021 Volkswagen UP GTi. I'd like to show you around. So it is a small car. It is. You can see the back end of the car is quite sort of shortened off, and it's designed to go into the base car is designed to get into parking spots nice and easily, to have good vision all the way around. You can see, although you've got privacy glass on the rear windows, you've got big windows all the way around, so the vision is good. The safety aspect of the car is really good. Now what they've done with the GTi is they've firmed up and lowered the suspension. It's sitting on 17-inch alloy wheels. It's got a 3-cylinder 1 litre turbocharged engine, which in its normal guise is 89 horsepower. In the GTi version it's 113 brake horsepower. This car has got a little over 145 brake horsepower. I'll show you in a second. But the character of the car, and this is, I'm sure this is no mistake whatsoever by the design department, really does feel very much like the experience I had in Mark 1 Golf GTIs. The Mark 1 Golf GTi wasn't a huge car. It was probably much the same size as the car that's in front of me. They didn't have 200 or 300 or 400 brake horsepower. They had something over 100 brake horsepower. They weren't stuffed full of buttons and technology. It was a proper hot hatch driver's car, and that's what this reminds me of. A quirky little thing. It's in pure white. I'm just going to walk around it. You can see it proudly wears the GTi badge. You can see that. It's got these diamond cut 17-inch alloy wheels, and you've got disc brakes there and red calipers tucked in behind them. A nice black design stripe going down the side, privacy glass or sun protection glass depending on which way you like to see it, and a nice contrasting black roof. So you've got a nice contrast between the pure white and black. You've got the dark windows, black window surrounds, the black stripe, black wheels, black boot spoiler, and it gives this car a really nice amount of detail. Looking all the way around it, the bodywork condition is very good. If I look at the front, again, one of the things you had with the GTi was you had the coloured stripes in there to signify that this was a hot hatch. This is something that was a bit more than the standard car. You can see the fog lamps tucked in underneath the front. So this car, for the previous owner, had 2 uses. He wasn't, yes, the car does have a higher brake horsepower than it did when it came out of the factory, and I'll go into that in a second. But this car was used as a second car, and it was used as a car to go on holiday with. The person wasn't a youngster who was zooping up a little hot hatch. This had an A-frame, so this has got built into it the preparation for an A-frame, which is it's called an Invisi-brake, which is a braked trailer to tow it behind a motorhome. So you've seen a big motorhome with a small car towed behind. So the A-frame and the electronics that go into it are designed to use the car's own brakes to brake it when you're coming into corners and roundabouts and that sort of thing. But when you get to your destination and you set up with your camper or whatever it is that you're using, you've got something here that will get into the small streets of Cornwall. It'll go into central London or any of the little streets across the continent, and this will give you a car that's fun to drive without having to drive your motorhome in and out of every little village or major city or what have you. So a very useful car in that sense. The A-frame itself is quite heavy. We've got the A-frame. The A-frame will come with the car, but it fits nicely in the boot. I'll show you where it fits. It's not in there at the moment, but if I just pop that open by pressing that, this gives me a good opportunity to show you the boot. So you've got the main boot section here, and then you lift this section up, and underneath you have almost the same again. So you've got a good amount of space. These pop off here and here. In fact, I'm just going to do this to show you. And the parcel shelf pops off like so. Just little clips on the back. And then we have these two seats which fold down with no more difficulty than that, apart from the fact that I've just got my finger caught on the seatbelt. So now you've got a reasonable sized loading space in there. You can get a surprising amount of luggage in there, or a large item depending on what your plan is at the time. Reach forward, pull seatbelt out of the way, plug them back in again. Nice and easy. Grab that, pop that back in, clip, clip, and that is as hard as that gets. One hand, very, very quickly. So that's a nice boot area, but that's where the A-frame sits. But obviously, if you're not using it and you're not being towed or on holiday, then you don't have to take it with you, because it does weigh a reasonable amount. So moving to the inside of the car, this is some of where the feel of the Mark I Golf GTi comes from. You've got the tartan centre of the seat patterns, nice sporty seats with good lateral support in here, good lateral support there, surprisingly comfortable for a small car. You have electric windows, central locking, electric door mirrors, and they're heated as well. And you've got the GTi badge tucked into that flat bottom sports steering wheel. And then down here you've even got auto headlamps, headlamp adjust, so if you're carrying any weight in the back, and then of course your vents they open and close as simply as that. And I do like the design pattern. So you've got this red and black design pattern through the dashboard. It's complemented with the red contrast cross stitching, and that's lovely. You pay a lot of money for that in so many other cars, in a Porsche or a Bentley, and that is actually very nice and neat, very sporty looking steering wheel, and it feels good. It's adjustable, so there's a lever down here. It adjusts in and out and up and down. Heated seats with 2 different heat settings. Now I'm going to start the engine because I'm going to come around to the performance aspect of the car in a second, and I'd quite like to have the air conditioning on. So the air conditioning is on gently. So just moving down here, you can see it has a 6-speed manual gearbox, so the fuel economy is going to be good on a run. And you can see here that you have phone, music, you have a USB audio interface. Now, to talk about the USB audio interface, this is one of the cleverest little phone holders I think I've seen. You've got 2 buttons here, 1 button there, and you saw that just move out, so that will slide in and out with a button, and that one slides up and down. So the idea being is you can fit your phone in there, connect it all up, and if I just pop that off the dashboard, lo and behold, underneath there, USB. That is a really good idea. Nice, simple, straightforward, clips on, clips off, holds your phone nice and steady, and it's not going to wobble, and then you can use your phone as your navigation, as you would do in pretty much in every other car. If I close the door, we can see that it's got 10,500 miles or thereabouts, 10,595 miles. Just a really nice little place to be. It's surprisingly roomy. Who knew? What a great little car. So moving back to performance. So this car has had, and I will just pop the under the bonnet and show you, it has had an induction kit, which does also include, it's a forged induction kit, so that bit there is the induction kit. So you've got a sports air filter, and you've got these really nice long-lasting tubes, and then in here you've got the dump valve. What the dump valve does is that enables you, or enables the car, to keep the turbo spinning for longer between gears. It allows the pressure to release, so you do get a sort of a when you take your foot off when you change gear. Not difficult to take off if you don't like it, but to be fair, it's not rudely loud, and I think it's pretty cool, and it adds to a little bit of the ambience with the car. It has been mapped, so from 113 brake horsepower, including this Milltexh Sports exhaust. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Now I'm just going to give it a little rev. I don't normally rev cars, but this does sound pretty cool. It's a little bit of a going there, but from behind, it does sound very much like it really wants to go. And I have to say, it does. I mean, it's not going to turn all of your friends and family into a smear on the back window. It's not that fast. It's not a 200, 300, 400 brake horsepower car like you seem to get a lot of these cars now, but it's got enough power to be interesting to drive. It's got enough power to be fun to drive. It's light. It weighs a little over a ton, so you're not hauling lots of weight around. And what that means is, with the lowered sporty suspension and the lower profile tyres on the 17-inch wheels, it handles. It's got uprated brakes over the standard model as well, so it stops. So it handles and it stops, and it's quite punchy. It's pretty punchy. Over 140 brake horsepower on a car this size certainly does propel it down the road quite nicely. So I hope you like the car. I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about the car, please visit our website, www.bramshawebv.com. Either drop us an email or drop us a text or a WhatsApp, or just pick up the phone and speak to us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thank you for watching.